Hey guys, today I got something pretty cool and limited edition. This is the Batman animated series box set from Mondo. Now these are all vinyl LPs, records as they are known, of 16 favorite episodes from Mondo of the Batman animated series. Now this is a limited release. I believe there are only about 1,200 of these made. It's a bit pricey because they initially sold these around like $225 a pop. However, keep in mind there's a lot of records, a lot of cool art in here, and also comes with, and I didn't realize this random assortment of art cards of the Rogues Gallery. And they have all your favorites: Joker, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Killer Croc, always looks creepy to me, Harley Quinn, and Penguin. Now I think there are variations of this particular set. I got the ones with them in the lineup smiling. I think there may be a variation where they have their actual names or something like that. Somebody was telling me about that. So yeah, this is these are on like cardstock, but it comes with the LPs. Now the box itself is pretty simple. It's the front, spine, we got the listing here, and then the listing of the records here. Each side is an episode, so there's still quite a few discs, but it's not like there's 16 discs. Let's open this up. I like the simplicity of the case, and I think Mondo always does a really good job on the designing of these kinds of things. Alright, now this is a nice little setup here. You notice all of the titles use the same color scheme, so everything looks really clean and minimalist. Now the art for these is really nice, and I'm basically gonna just go through and show you each one of these covers for the records. Now a bunch of these were also available from Mondo as individual posters. I kind of didn't opt for them just because I've got like no wall space because I've been buying so many posters lately. So I figured records are, a good runner-up. I believe the records themselves are just regular black records, unlike some of the stuff they usually do where they'll have like a fancy color or whatever. But yeah, so in this case, Beware the Grey Ghost. On the other side, Fire from Olympus. The art. And then Fire from Olympus. So it's pretty cool. It's funny, Grey Ghost was one of my favorite episodes because of the whole Adam West cameo in them, essentially. It was a really nice way of paying tribute to his work in the previous Batman from the 60s. Joker's Favor and Harlequinade. So Harlequinade, or Harley rather, is on the back. Very cute. Very, very nice Bruce Timm-esque designs. Because I don't think Bruce Timm actually drew these, but the artists that they got for these were very effective with replicating his style. Joker's Favor. I believe this is the one where the guy thought he accidentally killed Batman, which is also a really great episode. This one's got Croc. Oh, Mudslide and Vendetta. So, a lot of these use kind of a minimal number of color tones, which is nice. It's got a very clean look. Oh, this one's got to be on leather wings, right? No, actually, I'm wrong. This is Nothing to Fear. It's a Scarecrow one. Actually, this one was a really excellent episode, too. That's the one thing about old Batman the Animated Series episodes. Like, I think they still really hold up. They haven't really come up with a cartoon that's matched the maturity of that series. Like, there hasn't been one for a long time. This one is one of my favorite episodes, Heart of Ice, and then Deep Freeze is the back one. It's a really nice cover. I think this might have been one of the ones they also made into a poster print. This one's Almost Got Him, and The Man Who Killed... Oh, you know what? I totally fucked that up. The Man Who Killed Batman is the one I was thinking of, where this meek little guy thinks that he accidentally killed Batman, and then everyone else believes it, and then he becomes initially really popular, and then the bad guys all really hate him because they were like, I should have done it. Why did you do it? So he becomes a little infamous. It's a great episode, though. And this is a great cover. On Leather Wings, Terror in the Sky. Now, I'm not the super Batman geek like my friend is, but I believe On Leather Wings was the very first episode of Batman animated series. And I know they paid tribute to it in, I think, one of the last episodes of Justice League, where the beginning of this episode, you see the shadow of the bat across the sky, and some cop freaks out and goes, "What's that?" One of the last episodes of Justice League, in the future, in the Batman Beyond future, there's Terry McGinnis's Batman flying through the sky, and a cop in some kind of helicopter, future helicopter, sees the shadow and goes, "What was that?" You know, just kind of a way to bookend the series. Oh, and this one's great. This is one of the infamous two-parters from the first season, I believe, Two-Face, because it takes two parts, ironically, but it was really compelling, and I think Two-Face, especially in the animated series, has kind of remained a really efficient villain, effective villain, just because, you know, he's always in between good guy and bad guy. There's moments where he feels like he's redeemable, and then he slips right back into being just a complete bad guy. And I think that makes him interesting. I mean, one thing I could say about Batman villains in general is that they all have very complex personalities, and with the exception of a few of them, you know, they're not as one-dimensional as maybe some other superhero villains out there. So I think maybe that might be why Batman's remained so popular over the years, because he's got a great rogues gallery. Now, it looks like the last thing in here is just a very small pamphlet that has all the people involved in the original orchestra and various people responsible for creating the collection of music. Just a close-up of the names. Not anything major, but if you wanted to know who was responsible for this wonderful music you'd be listening to, you'd find it in here. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's not like my action figure unboxings where I'll have a lot to say. A lot of this is just really nice art. If you are a record collector and you're into collections of things, I think you'll get a kick out of this particular collection. 16 episodes is quite a lot. There's a lot of music to listen to, and the limited art itself is also a really nice deal. It's a little expensive for the average person, I understand, $225. And now that it's finished, it's already been released, the only way you'll probably be able to get it is off of eBay, because Mondo doesn't really have a tendency to resell these things again once the stock has been depleted, unless you go to their convention that they have like once a year, or if they randomly decide to do a one-off of like a republishing. So you might be kind of out of luck unless there's a lot of supplies of this on eBay. I do think, though, if you're a Batman fan, definitely a solid purchase, very unique. If you're not, you may not be so into it unless you are a big fan of the artwork, which is, of course, great. And they've taken clearly a lot of care into doing a really good job with the presentation of this. So, as a collector's piece, it's fantastic. As a music lover, you'll probably enjoy it too, because A lot of Shirley Walker's best work was in this series, honestly, I feel. But yeah, so that's it. That's the Batman animated series soundtrack collection from Mondo, limited edition. They do also have, and sometimes they do sell this again and again, a single LP, which is a bat-shaped record, but it's just the theme song, or theme music. It's not the album as a whole. But it might be neat for you to pick up if you're starting this trend of collecting specialty LPs. Not a terrible idea, but make sure you have a record player first. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.